Hello and welcome to Calm Mind, a place where thoughts are allowed to slow down. You don't need to make anything happen or arrive anywhere. Right now, your only invitation is to be here. Just this. Just you. Just resting. Let your shoulders soften. Let your jaw release. Allow your eyelids to grow heavy in their own time. No rush. Let's close the door on the day together and begin. Tonight, we explore something profound yet simple. Something you knew as a child but may have forgotten. Something your body remembers even when your mind has forgotten. Your body knows how to let go. Right now, your body is breathing without your instruction. Your heart is beating without your conscious effort. Your cells are regenerating, your blood is flowing, your digestion is working, all without you trying to make it happen. Your body is extraordinarily intelligent. It knows how to heal wounds, how to fight infections, how to maintain temperature, how to balance thousands of chemical reactions every second. All of this happens automatically, without your conscious control. And your body knows how to rest, how to let go, how to surrender into sleep. This is built into you, programmed into your cells, part of your deepest nature. Yet here you are, struggling to sleep, fighting for rest, trying so hard to make something happen that should be effortless. The paradox is clear. The more you try to sleep, the more sleep eludes you. If these gentle journeys are meaningful to you, I invite you to like, subscribe, or share a reflection below. It helps other restless minds find their way here. For now, your only task is to relax. Tonight, we explore a different way. Not trying to make sleep happen, not forcing your body to relax, but learning to trust, to let go. To allow your body to do what it already knows how to do. Sleep is not an achievement. It's not something you do. It's something that happens to you when conditions are right. Like falling, you don't make yourself fall. You simply let go and gravity does the rest. When you try to sleep, you engage your conscious mind, your willpower, your doing self. But sleep requires the opposite. Sleep comes when your doing self steps aside and your being self takes over. Think about it. You can't try to fall asleep the way you try to solve a problem or complete a task. The effort itself creates wakefulness. The trying creates tension. The controlling prevents surrender. This is why the harder you try to sleep, the more awake you become. You're using the wrong tool for the job. Right now, notice if you're trying to relax, trying to clear your mind, trying to make this meditation work. Can you feel how that trying creates a subtle tension? A holding on even as you're trying to let go? Your body doesn't need instructions on how to sleep. It's been doing this since you were born, before you had language, before you had thoughts about sleep. Your body knew rest. Watch a baby sleep. They don't try. They don't worry about whether they'll sleep well. They don't have techniques or strategies. They simply let go. Their bodies know, and they trust that knowing. You still have that same wisdom in your body. It hasn't gone anywhere. It's just been covered over by thoughts, worries, habits of control, beliefs about what you should do. Underneath all that mental activity, your body still knows. Knows when you're tired, knows what rest feels like, knows how to surrender into sleep when given permission. Tonight is about remembering, not learning something new, but uncovering what you already know, trusting what your body has always known. Letting your innate wisdom guide you home to rest. Your mind gets in the way, with its thoughts, its worries, its endless planning and reviewing. Your mind doesn't trust. It thinks it needs to stay in control, to figure everything out, to solve all problems before rest is allowed. Your beliefs get in the way. Beliefs about productivity, that you haven't earned rest yet. Beliefs about control, that you must make sleep happen. Beliefs about safety, that letting go is dangerous. Your habits get in the way. Habits of tension, of holding, of staying vigilant. Patterns learned over years that keep you in a state of subtle activation even when you want to rest. But none of these, not your thoughts, not your beliefs, not your habits, are more powerful than your body's natural wisdom. They're just noise, surface interference. Underneath, the current of rest is always flowing. Tonight, we're not fighting the interference. We're simply learning to trust what's underneath, to access the wisdom that's always been there. This meditation is an invitation to stop trying, to stop controlling, to stop doing and start being. It's an invitation to trust. Trust your body. Trust the process. Trust that sleep will come when you stop standing in its way. It's an invitation to let go, not through force. You can't force letting go, but through gentle permission, through softening, through saying yes to what wants to happen naturally. Over the next hours, we'll explore what it means to truly let go. We'll understand what your body already knows. We'll practice trusting instead of trying. We'll learn to recognize and follow the natural rhythm of rest. And as we explore these things, you might find yourself drifting, losing track of the words, fading in and out. This is perfect. This is your body beginning to let go. Don't fight it. Let it happen. Here's something important to understand from the beginning. You don't need to hear everything I say tonight. If you fall asleep in 5 minutes, wonderful. That's your body doing exactly what it knows how to do. If you drift in and out, perfect. If you hear some parts and miss others, exactly right. This meditation isn't about absorbing information. It's about creating space, creating conditions, creating an environment where your body feels safe enough to do what it naturally does. The words are just invitations, gentle suggestions, reminders. But your body doesn't need these words to know how to rest. The words are just helping your mind step aside so your body can do its thing. So please, don't try to stay awake to hear everything. Don't fight your body if it wants to sleep. The moment you notice yourself drifting, that's the moment to let go completely. That's success, not failure. Let's take a moment to appreciate what your body already knows. The vast intelligence operating beneath your conscious awareness. Your body knows how to breathe. Right now, breath is happening. You're not doing it. It's being done through you. Your body knows exactly how much oxygen you need, exactly what rhythm serves you. Your body knows how to heal. If you cut yourself, you don't have to think about forming a scab, rebuilding tissue, fighting infection. Your body knows. It handles all of this with exquisite precision. Your body knows how to maintain balance, temperature regulation, blood pressure, blood sugar, pH levels, thousands of variables constantly being adjusted, balanced, harmonized, without your conscious input. And your body knows how to rest, how to shift from doing to being. how to move from activation to relaxation, how to cross the threshold from wakefulness into sleep. This knowledge is built into your biology. The question isn't whether your body knows how to rest. The question is, can you trust that knowledge? Can you get out of the way and let your body do what it already knows how to do? Trust is at the heart of this journey. Learning to trust your body. Trust the process. Trust that letting go is safe. Many of us have learned not to trust. Life has taught us that we must stay in control, that vigilance is necessary, that letting go is dangerous. These lessons run deep. But right now, in this moment, you're safe. You're lying down. The lights are low. There's nothing you need to do, nothing to solve, nowhere to go. This is a safe space to practice trust. Trust doesn't mean blind faith. It means recognizing evidence. And the evidence is clear. Your body has been taking care of you your whole life, breathing you, beating your heart, keeping you alive. Your body is trustworthy. Tonight, every time you notice yourself trying to control, see if you can soften just a little. Every time you notice yourself tensing, see if you can release just a degree. Small movements toward trust, gentle steps toward letting go. Here's the central paradox we'll be exploring tonight. You cannot make yourself rest. Rest happens when you stop making. You cannot force sleep. Sleep comes when you stop forcing. You cannot control letting go. Letting go happens when you release control. This is deeply counterintuitive. Your whole life, you've been taught that trying harder leads to success, that effort creates results, that you must make things happen. But rest is different. Rest requires the opposite approach. Less effort, not more. Less doing, more being. Less control, more surrender. The way through this paradox is simple but not easy. Stop trying to resolve it. Stop trying to figure out how to let go. Just begin letting go. Right now. This moment. Without knowing how. Your body knows how. Trust that. Let your body lead. Let your mind follow. Let everything be easier than you think it needs to be. Let's begin, right now, with the smallest movement toward letting go. Notice your next breath. Don't change it. Just notice it. Watch as it comes in. Watch as it goes out. Your body breathing itself. Now, as you exhale, see if you can let go just slightly more than usual. Not forcing a bigger breath. Just softening as you breathe out. Letting your body settle a tiny bit more into the bed. Again, inhale happens by itself, and as you exhale, a small letting go, a subtle release, your body becoming incrementally heavier. This is the beginning. This gentle, almost imperceptible letting go. Not dramatic, not forced. Just a slight willingness to release, to trust, to allow your body to do what it knows how to do. And we'll continue. Breath by breath, moment by moment, each exhale an opportunity to let go a little more, each moment an invitation to trust a little deeper. Your body knows the way, you're just learning to follow. Your body is not a machine you operate. It's an intelligent system with its own wisdom. Tonight, we explore this intelligence, what your body knows that your mind has forgotten. Think about all the things your body does automatically, without your conscious involvement. This list is staggering. Right now, your body is regulating your temperature. If you're too warm, you're sweating, slightly, almost imperceptibly. If you're too cold, you're generating heat through tiny muscle contractions. You're not deciding this. Your body knows. Your immune system is patrolling, identifying foreign cells, attacking invaders, cleaning up debris, building defenses. A complex war and peace happening inside you every moment, without your conscious direction. Your endocrine system is balancing hormones, releasing cortisol to wake you, melatonin to help you sleep, insulin to manage energy, dozens of others for dozens of functions. A symphony of chemical coordination. Your body conducting. Your digestive system is processing everything you ate today, breaking down food, extracting nutrients, eliminating waste. Miles of intestines doing their work while you think about something else entirely. All of this, and infinitely more, happening right now. Your body demonstrating its profound intelligence, its capacity to manage complexity that your conscious mind could never handle. Your body not only knows how to function, it knows what it needs. And it tells you. constantly. When you need water, you feel thirsty. When you need food, you feel hungry. When you need rest, you feel tired. These aren't random sensations. They're your body communicating its needs. The problem is, we've learned to override these signals, to push through tiredness, to ignore hunger, to stay busy when our body is asking for rest. We drink coffee when our body says it's tired. We scroll our phones when our body says it's time to sleep. We busy ourselves when our body asks for stillness. We've learned not to listen. But the signals never stop. Your body keeps communicating. Right now, it's telling you things about tension you're holding, about the tiredness you feel, about its readiness for rest. Can you listen? Not with your mind analyzing, but with a deeper listening. A felt sense of what your body is saying. Right now, what is your body telling you? Where is it holding? Where does it want to release? What does it need in this moment? You don't need to do anything with this information. Just notice. Just listen. This is the beginning of trust, listening to your body's wisdom instead of overriding it with your mind's demands. Your body lives in cycles, rhythms, patterns that repeat. This too is wisdom. The recognition that life isn't linear but cyclical. The most obvious cycle, your heartbeat, contraction and release, systole and diastole, a rhythm established before you were born, a rhythm that continues until your last moment. Your heart knows this cycle, follows it without your instruction. Your breath, another cycle. Inhale and exhale, filling and emptying, expansion and contraction. A rhythm that changes based on what you need. Faster when you're active, slower when you're resting. Your body adjusting automatically. Your sleep-wake cycle, circadian rhythm, roughly 24 hours. Your body tracking the sun even when you're indoors. Producing hormones to wake you in morning, different hormones to help you sleep at night. Your body knowing the rhythm of day and night. Right now, you're in the night portion of your cycle. Your body knows this. It's producing melatonin, lowering your temperature, slowing your metabolism, preparing for sleep. This is happening whether you consciously will it or not. Your job isn't to make these cycles happen. They're already happening. Your job is to align with them, to work with your body's natural rhythms instead of fighting against them. Right now, your body is asking for rest. This isn't weakness. This isn't failure. This is your body following its natural cycle. Night has come. It's time to sleep. Your body knows. Your body has a remarkable capacity, homeostasis, the ability to maintain stable internal conditions despite changes in the external environment. When your blood sugar drops, your body releases glucose from storage. When it rises too high, your body releases insulin to store the excess. Constant adjustment, constant balancing, maintaining equilibrium. This same intelligence applies to your nervous system. When you're too activated, your body has mechanisms to calm you. When you're too shut down, it has ways to energize you. Your body always seeking homeostasis, the middle path, the balanced state. Right now, if you're overstimulated or anxious, your body is already working to bring you back to balance. If you're exhausted or depleted, your body is working to restore you. This regulation is automatic, built-in, part of your design. The question is, are you helping or hindering? When your body tries to calm you, are you adding more stimulation? When your body tries to restore you, are you creating more depletion? Or can you work with your body's natural regulatory wisdom? Tonight, you help by getting out of the way, by not interfering, by trusting that your body is already moving toward the rest and restoration it needs. Your body wants to return to balance. It's programmed for this. Your nervous system wants to regulate. Your muscles want to release their tension. Your mind wants to quiet. All of this wants to happen. Let it. Your body holds memory, not just in your brain, but in your tissues, your muscles, your cells. This too is a form of intelligence. Your body remembers every moment of safety, every good touch, every time you felt truly at peace. These memories are stored as patterns of ease, as capacity for relaxation, as knowledge of what rest feels like. Right now, your body has access to these ease patterns. Can you access a memory of feeling completely at ease? Maybe a specific moment, maybe just a feeling. Let your body remember what that felt like. Don't force it. Don't try to recreate it. Just remember. Let your body show you what it knows about rest. Let your cells remember safety. Your body has done this before, thousands of times. It knows the way to rest. It just needs permission to remember. Your body has priorities, a hierarchy of needs, and it will always choose survival over comfort, safety over performance, healing over productivity. This is wisdom. This is your body knowing what matters most. Understanding these priorities helps you work with your body instead of fighting it. Your mind might want to be calm, relaxed, at peace. But if your body perceives threat, it will prioritize protection, activation, vigilance. Even if that threat isn't real, your body's priority is keeping you safe. So tonight, we're not demanding your body rest. We're creating conditions where rest becomes the priority, where your body feels safe enough to shift from protection mode to restoration mode. We're signaling to your body, there's no threat here. You're safe. It's okay to let go. Rest is the appropriate response right now. And your body, when it receives these signals clearly enough, will naturally choose rest. Because rest is what your body wants. Restoration is what it needs. Your body is on your side. It wants the same thing you want. It just needs to feel safe enough to allow it. Your body has its own timeline, its own pace. And this is another aspect of its intelligence, knowing that some things can't be rushed. You can't force a wound to heal faster by willing it. You can't speed up digestion by thinking about it. You can't make your heart beat slower by demanding it. Your body has its own tempo. The same is true for rest. You can't force yourself to fall asleep faster than your body is ready for. You can create conditions. You can remove obstacles. But ultimately, sleep comes on your body's timeline, not your mind's. What if you trusted your body's timeline? What if you accepted that sleep will come when your body is ready, not when you decide it should come? This doesn't mean giving up. It means releasing the struggle. Letting go of the demand that sleep happen right now, immediately, on your schedule. Instead, creating space for sleep to arrive on its own schedule. Your body is already moving toward rest. Every moment you lie here quietly, every breath you take, Your body is shifting, moving closer to the tipping point where sleep becomes inevitable. Trust this movement. Trust the pace. Trust your body's timeline. You don't need to make it happen faster. You just need to stop slowing it down with your interference, your worry, your trying. Let's end this section by simply appreciating your body, respecting its intelligence, honoring its wisdom. Your body has kept you alive every moment of your life, through illnesses, through injuries, through stress and challenges and demands. Your body has been faithful, constant, working for you even when you ignore it, override it, push it too hard. Can you feel some gratitude for this? Some appreciation for the complexity and sophistication of the system you live in? Your body knows things your mind will never understand. It operates on levels of intelligence that predate language, that go beyond thought. This is ancient wisdom. Evolutionary wisdom, the wisdom of billions of years of life learning to survive and thrive. Tonight, you're not teaching your body anything new. You're simply remembering to trust what it already knows, to respect its intelligence, to follow its lead instead of demanding it follow yours. And as you lie here, feel your body doing its work, breathing, beating your heart, adjusting, balancing, preparing for rest. All of this happening automatically. All of this demonstrating your body's profound intelligence. You don't need to make any of this happen. It's already happening. Your body knows. Your job is simply to get out of the way and let your body do what it does so well. There's an ancient concept, Wu Wei, often translated as non-doing or effortless action. Tonight, we explore what this means for rest, how to stop doing and start being. Your mind has two fundamental modes, doing and being. Understanding these modes helps you understand why rest is difficult. Doing mode is active, goal-oriented, problem-solving. This is the mode you're in most of the day. You're trying to accomplish things, fix problems, move toward goals. This mode is useful and necessary. In doing mode, you're always measuring the gap between where you are and where you want to be. You're constantly evaluating. Am I there yet? What else needs to happen? How can I make this better? This works well for tasks, for projects, efforts, for accomplishing things. But it doesn't work for rest, because rest isn't a goal to achieve. It's a state to inhabit, and you can't goal-orient your way into a state of being. Being mode is different. It's receptive instead of active, present instead of future-oriented, accepting instead of changing. In being mode, there's no gap to close. You're simply here, now, as you are. Right now, if you're trying to fall asleep, you're probably in doing mode, trying to make sleep happen, evaluating whether you're relaxed enough yet, measuring the gap between wakefulness and sleep. And this very doing prevents the being that sleep requires. Here's the paradox. You can't try to be effortless. Trying itself is effort. So how do you access this state of non-doing? Not by trying harder, not by striving for effortlessly, but by gradually withdrawing effort, by doing less and less until you arrive at doing nothing. Think of it like carrying heavy bags. You don't put them down by lifting harder. You put them down by gradually releasing your grip. The putting down isn't an action. It's a cessation of action. Sleep is like this. You don't make yourself sleep. You stop making yourself stay awake. You don't do relaxation. You stop doing tension. You don't achieve rest. You stop preventing rest. This is subtle but profound. The shift from doing to non-doing. From making things happen to allowing things to happen. From effort to effortlessly. Right now, notice where you're still efforting. Maybe you're trying to follow these words very carefully. Maybe you're trying to relax correctly. Maybe you're trying to stay perfectly still. See if you can do a little less. Whatever you're doing, do 10% less of it. Not trying to be effortless. Just reducing effort slightly. Releasing grip on trying to get this right. And now, a little less still. Another 10% reduction in effort. Caring just slightly less about doing this meditation right. Allowing yourself to be slightly more sloppy, more lazy, more careless. This is the direction. Toward less, toward ease, toward the effortlessly that's underneath all your efforting. There's a part of you that acts like a manager, always supervising, always evaluating, always checking. How am I doing? Is this working? Am I relaxed yet? This inner manager is well-intentioned. It's trying to help, but it's also what keeps you stuck in doing mode. Because management is doing, evaluation is doing, checking progress is doing. For sleep to come, the manager needs to clock out, take a break, stop supervising. This doesn't mean you lose awareness. It means you stop monitoring your awareness. Right now, can you notice your inner manager? The part checking whether you're relaxed enough? The part wondering if this meditation is working? The part evaluating your progress towards sleep? You don't have to fight this manager. Don't make it an enemy. Just give it permission to rest too. You can take a break now. You don't need to supervise. Everything is okay. You can let go. What would it feel like to stop checking? To stop evaluating? To simply be here without monitoring how well you're being here? This is non-doing. Not the absence of awareness, but the absence of evaluating that awareness. Present, but not judging your presence. Aware, but not measuring your awareness. Let the manager rest. Let the evaluator take a break. Let the checker stop checking. Just be here. No supervision required. There's a huge difference between allowing and forcing, between invitation and demand, between opening and grasping. When you force, you create resistance. Even if you're forcing yourself to relax, the forcing itself creates tension. The demand itself creates a subtle holding. But allowing is different. Allowing creates space. When you allow something, you're not making it happen. You're simply not preventing it. You're opening the door but not dragging someone through it. Right now, you can allow your body to be heavy, not forcing it to be heavy, not making heaviness happen, but allowing the natural heaviness that gravity wants to create. Opening to gravity instead of resisting it. You can allow your breath to slow, not controlling it, not deliberately breathing slower, but simply allowing your breath to find its own natural rhythm, not interfering with what wants to happen naturally. You can allow thoughts to pass, not forcing them away, not trying to clear your mind, but allowing thoughts to arise and dissolve without grabbing onto them, like clouds passing through the sky of your awareness. You can allow sleep to come, not demanding it, not forcing it, but opening to it, making space for it, allowing it to arrive when it's ready. This shift from forcing to allowing, this is the heart of non-doing. And it's so simple. Stop pushing. Start opening. Stop demanding. Start inviting. Stop making. Start allowing. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is give yourself permission. Permission to not do. Permission to be imperfect. Permission to stop trying so hard. Right now, you have permission to rest messily. Your rest doesn't need to be perfect. You don't need to be doing this meditation correctly. You can be sloppy, haphazard, half-hearted even. You have permission to think. Thoughts are allowed. You don't have to have a perfectly clear mind to rest. Thoughts can be present and rest can still come. You have permission to take as long as you need. Sleep doesn't have to come in the next 5 minutes or the next hour. Your body will sleep when it's ready. You have all night. There's no rush. You have permission to give up on doing this right. There's no right way to rest. No correct technique. No proper method. You can stop trying to do this well and just be here. Feel what happens when you really give yourself this permission. Feel the subtle release, the softening that comes with permission, the ease that arrives when you stop demanding perfection. Permission is allowing. Permission is non-doing. Permission is the doorway to effortlessly. So give yourself full permission tonight to be exactly as you are, to rest exactly as rest comes, to let go of doing it right and simply let yourself be. Striving is the opposite of non-doing. Striving is pushing toward a goal, trying to get somewhere other than where you are. When you strive for sleep, you create the very tension that prevents sleep. When you push toward relaxation, you move away from it. The striving itself is the problem. Non-striving doesn't mean not caring. It doesn't mean giving up. It means releasing the push. Releasing the demand that things be different than they are right now. And non-striving requires patience. Patience with your body's timeline. Patience with the process. Patience with yourself as you learn to let go. Patience isn't passive waiting. It's active acceptance of this moment. It's being okay with not being asleep yet. being okay with whatever's arising, being okay with the journey, not just the destination. Right now, can you be patient with yourself, with your body, with the fact that you're still awake? Can you stop rushing towards sleep and be patient with where you are? This patience, this willingness to be present with what is, this is non-striving. And paradoxically, non-striving gets you where you want to go faster than striving ever could. Because when you stop pushing against your current experience, you stop creating resistance. And without resistance, change happens naturally, easily, effortlessly. In Zen, there's a practice, just sitting, not sitting to achieve something, not sitting to become enlightened, just sitting to sit. The sitting itself is complete. Tonight, you're practicing just lying, not lying down to fall asleep. That makes sleep a goal. Just lying down to lie down. The lying itself is complete. Nothing more is needed. When you're just lying, really just lying, there's no gap between where you are and where you should be. You're not trying to get anywhere. You're already here. Complete. Whole. Nothing to fix or improve. From this place of just lying, sleep can come, but it's not the goal anymore. Sleep becomes a natural consequence of this deep acceptance of just being here, just as you are. Can you feel the difference between lying here trying to sleep and just lying here? The first has tension in it, the trying. The second is simple, complete, restful in itself. Right now, you're not trying to fall asleep. You're just lying here, breathing, being, present in your body, in this moment, in this bed. This is enough. This is complete. Nothing more is needed. And from this place of non-doing, of just being, rest comes naturally. Not because you're trying to rest, but because rest is what naturally happens when you stop trying. Control is the enemy of flow, the enemy of ease, the enemy of rest. Tonight, we explore what it means to release control and trust the natural flow of your body's wisdom. First, let's understand why control feels so necessary. Why letting go feels so scary. Control gives us a sense of safety. When we're in control, we feel like we can prevent bad things from happening. We can manage outcomes. we can protect ourselves. This makes sense. Life has taught most of us that letting go is dangerous, that we must stay vigilant, that relaxing our guard means something bad might happen. But here's what we forget. Control is exhausting. Holding everything together requires constant effort, constant vigilance, constant tension. Control is work, hard, tiring work. And often, the control is an illusion. You're not actually controlling as much as you think. You're just creating the stress of trying to control, the effort without the benefit. Right now, in this bed, what are you trying to control? Are you trying to control your thoughts, your body's sensations, whether and when sleep comes? How well this meditation works. Notice the effort of that control. Notice the tension it creates. Notice how the very attempt to control prevents the flow and ease you're seeking. Letting go of control feels dangerous because you don't know what will happen next. But here's what usually happens. Things work out anyway. Often better than when you were trying to control them. When you stop trying to control your breath, it breathes itself more naturally. When you stop trying to control your heartbeat, it finds its own perfect rhythm. When you stop trying to control your thoughts, they settle more easily. Your body knows how to self-regulate when you stop interfering. Your natural systems know how to flow when you stop blocking them with control. This is counterintuitive. Your mind thinks, if I don't control this, it will go wrong. But the truth is often the opposite. When you stop controlling, things flow more smoothly. Right now, experiment with this. Choose something small, maybe the rhythm of your breathing. Notice if you're controlling it, keeping it at a certain pace or depth. Now, stop controlling, just for a moment. Let your breath breathe itself. Let go completely of any management of your breathing. See what happens. Most likely, your breath doesn't go wild. It doesn't spiral out of control. It simply finds its own natural rhythm. Probably more relaxed, more natural than the rhythm you were trying to maintain. This is what happens when you let go. Natural intelligence takes over. Flow replaces force. Ease replaces effort. Athletes and artists talk about being in the zone or flow state. a state where action happens effortlessly, where you're not thinking or trying, you're just flowing. In flow, there's no separation between you and what you're doing, no observer standing back and monitoring. You become the action. You are the flow. This same state is possible with rest. You can flow into rest. You can become rest. But only when you stop standing outside of rest trying to make it happen. Control keeps you separate. Control maintains the observer, the one watching, evaluating, managing. Flow dissolves this separation. You stop watching rest from outside and become rest from inside. How do you enter this flow state? Not by trying to enter it, but by releasing what keeps you separate, by letting go of control, by dissolving the watcher. Right now, notice if there's a part of you watching your experience, monitoring how relaxed you are, checking if you're doing this right. This watcher, this observer, this is what prevents flow. See if you can let even the watcher rest, not fighting it, not trying to get rid of it, but letting it soften, letting it fade, letting awareness be present without the separate sense of someone watching. When the watcher rests, you can become rest itself, no longer trying to rest, no longer watching yourself rest, just being rest. What allows you to let go of control? Trust. Trust that things will be okay even without your constant management. But trust doesn't come from believing everything will work out perfectly. Trust comes from accepting that even if things don't work out perfectly, you'll be okay. You'll handle it. You'll survive. Right now, what if you don't sleep well tonight? You'll be tired tomorrow. It won't be comfortable, but you'll survive. You've survived sleepless nights before. You can survive this one. This isn't pessimism. This is the foundation of trust. When you know you'll be okay either way, you can let go of controlling the outcome. The outcome becomes less important than the present moment. And paradoxically, when you stop trying to control whether sleep comes, sleep becomes more likely, because desperately needing to sleep creates the tension that prevents it. When you release that desperate need, you release the tension. Can you trust your body right now? Trust that it knows what it needs. Trust that if you need sleep, your body will find its way there. Can you trust the process? Trust that everything that's happening, including being awake, is part of the process of eventually falling asleep? Can you trust yourself? Trust that you don't need to manage every moment. Trust that you can let go and things will unfold as they should. This trust, this deep acceptance that you don't need to control everything, this is what allows real letting go. And real letting go is what allows rest. Imagine you're swimming in a river. The current is flowing downstream. You want to get downstream too. You have two choices. You can swim as hard as you can downstream, fighting to make progress, efforting to get there faster. This is exhausting. And ironically, your swimming might not make much difference. The current is already taking you downstream. You can simply float. Let the current carry you. Use minimal effort just to stay afloat and guide yourself slightly. Let the river do most of the work. Which approach gets you downstream? Both do. But one is exhausting, the other is restful. One is controlling, the other is flowing. One is fighting reality, the other is working with it. Right now, you're in the river of your body's natural movement toward rest. The current is already flowing toward sleep. You don't need to swim hard. You just need to stop fighting the current. Feel the current, your body's natural pull toward rest. Your system's innate movement toward regulation. Your being's fundamental rhythm of activity and rest. You don't need to make this current flow. It's already flowing. You just need to stop swimming against it. Stop trying so hard. Let the current of your body's wisdom carry you downstream toward rest. Relax into the flow. Trust the current. Let yourself be carried. This is letting go of control. This is flowing with what is instead of fighting for what you think should be. Letting go of control doesn't usually happen all at once. It happens in layers, gradually, gently, one release at a time. Right now, you might release control of one thing while still holding control of another. That's perfect. That's the process. You don't need to let go of everything at once. Maybe you let go of controlling your breath, but you're still controlling your body's position. That's okay. One layer of release is progress. Maybe you let go of trying to clear your thoughts, but you're still trying to fall asleep. That's fine. Another layer to release later. The invitation is just to notice where you're still holding control, and see if you can release just one layer, just one small letting go, just one tiny movement from controlling to flowing. What are you still trying to control right now? Your thoughts, your body, the outcome of this meditation? Just notice. No judgment, just awareness. And now, see if you can let go of one of those. Just one. Not forcing the release, but allowing it. Giving yourself permission to stop controlling just this one thing. Feel what happens. Notice the subtle shift, the small easing, the slight movement from effort toward ease. This is the process. Layer by layer, moment by moment, each small release building on the last, until eventually you've let go of so much that rest is inevitable. You don't need to force this process. Let it unfold naturally. Trust the gradual releasing. Trust that each moment of letting go is enough. Surrender sounds passive, weak, like giving up. But true surrender is active, strong, powerful. Tonight, we explore the rhythm of surrender, how letting go is not loss but liberation. Surrender isn't defeat. It isn't giving up on what you want. It's releasing the fight against what is. Right now, you want sleep. Surrender doesn't mean giving up on that want. It means giving up the fight with wakefulness, accepting this moment as it is while remaining open to change. Surrender is saying, I want sleep, and right now, I'm awake, and that's okay. I can be awake without fighting it, and in this acceptance, sleep becomes possible. Fighting wakefulness only creates more wakefulness. Accepting wakefulness, really accepting it, allows the transition to sleep. This is the paradox of surrender. When you surrender, you're not giving anything up. You're releasing the exhausting effort of fighting reality. You're conserving your energy instead of spending it on useless resistance. True surrender is powerful because it aligns you with what is. And when you're aligned with reality instead of fighting it, you can work with the natural flow. You become efficient instead of exhausted. Surrender isn't a one-time event. It's a rhythm, a practice you return to again and again throughout the night. You might surrender, let go completely. Then a few moments later, you notice you've tensed up again, grabbed back control again. This is normal. This is the rhythm. The practice is noticing when you've tightened back up and surrendering again, and again, and again. Each time, a gentle release. Each time, a soft letting go. Don't judge yourself for needing to surrender repeatedly. Control is a deeply ingrained habit. Your mind will keep trying to take charge. Your body will keep bracing. This is natural. The skill you're building is noticing quickly when you've tensed and releasing quickly back into surrender. Notice and release. Notice and release. This is the rhythm. Right now, scan through your body. Where have you tensed since we started talking about surrender? Your jaw, your shoulders, your thoughts. No judgment, just notice, and then, gently, surrender again. Release the tension. Let go of the holding. Return to the open, receptive state of surrender. You'll probably need to do this many times tonight. And that's perfect. Each surrender is practice. Each release strengthens your capacity to let go. The rhythm itself becomes meditation. Sleep comes in waves, not as a sudden switch, but as waves of drowsiness, waves of heavy eyelids, waves of mental fogginess. Your job is to surrender to these waves. When drowsiness comes, don't fight it. Don't think, no, not yet, I need to hear more. Let yourself ride the wave. The wave might pass. You might surface back into more wakefulness. That's okay. Another wave will come. And when it does, surrender to that one too. This is like ocean swimming. You can't force the waves to come. You can only be ready to ride them when they arrive. And readiness means surrender. Letting the wave take you instead of fighting against it. Pay attention to the waves. Notice when heaviness comes, when your thoughts start to fragment, when your body starts to melt. These are waves, waves of sleep beginning to arrive. When you notice a wave, don't analyze it. Don't think about it. Just surrender to it. Let it take you. Let yourself sink into the heaviness. Let the drowsiness have you. If you surface again, if the wave doesn't quite carry you all the way to sleep, that's fine. You're learning the rhythm, learning to recognize the waves, learning to surrender to them. The next wave will come, and you'll be better at surrendering to it. Wave by wave, surrender by surrender, you're moving closer to the shore of sleep. Each exhale is an opportunity to practice surrender, a micro-practice that happens automatically, rhythmically, constantly. Inhaling is taking in, active. Exhaling is letting go, releasing. Your breath already knows the rhythm of surrender. Right now, pay attention to your exhales, not changing them, just noticing them. Notice how each exhale is a letting go, a release, a small surrender. Now, on your next exhale, see if you can let go just slightly more, not forcing a bigger breath, just allowing the letting go to be a tiny bit more complete, surrendering a tiny bit more deeply. Inhale happens by itself, and exhale, let go, release, surrender. Your body becomes a tiny bit heavier, a tiny bit more settled. Again, inhale naturally, exhale, let go. Each exhale a practice of surrender. Each breath a reminder that letting go is natural, built into your body's basic rhythm. You breathe out thousands of times each night. Each exhale an invitation to surrender. Each release a step closer to the deep surrender of sleep. Let your exhales teach you surrender. Let your breath show you the rhythm. Let this most basic body function remind you that letting go is as natural as breathing. There's a misconception that surrender means becoming passive, limp, dead. But true surrender is alive, active in its receptivity. Think of a skilled dancer following a partner's lead. They're not limp or passive. They're active, alive, responsive. But they're not leading. They're surrendering to the lead while remaining fully present. This is the kind of surrender we're practicing. You're not becoming passive or checked out. You're remaining present, aware, alive. But you're letting your body lead instead of your mind. You're following instead of forcing. Right now, you're alert enough to hear these words, present enough to notice your sensations, aware enough to make choices, This is active surrender, conscious letting go. You're not trying to make yourself unconscious. You're being present to the experience of releasing control, aware of the process of letting go, actively participating in surrender by choosing not to interfere. This active quality of surrender, this conscious presence within letting go, this is what makes surrender powerful instead of weak. You're choosing to let go, choosing to trust, choosing to follow your body's wisdom. You're not giving up your awareness. You're using your awareness to notice when you're controlling and to choose to release that control. This is active. This is strong. This is true surrender. One of the hardest things to surrender: outcomes, results. Whether or not you actually fall asleep tonight. Your mind wants guarantees. It wants to know, if I do this meditation, will I definitely sleep? And the answer is, maybe, or maybe not. You can't control that outcome. But you can control your relationship to the outcome. You can surrender your attachment to it. You can be okay either way. What if you don't sleep well tonight? You'll be tired tomorrow. It won't be comfortable, but you'll survive. You'll get through it, and tomorrow night, you'll have another chance to rest. When you surrender the outcome, when you genuinely accept that you might not sleep as well as you'd like, a strange thing happens. The pressure releases, the tension eases, and often, sleep becomes more likely. Not because surrendering the outcome magically causes sleep, but because desperately needing to sleep creates the tension that prevents sleep. When you release that desperate need, you release the tension. Right now, can you let go of needing to sleep? Can you be okay with whatever happens? Can you surrender the outcome and just be present with the process? I'd like to sleep, and if I do, wonderful. If I don't, I'll be okay. Either way, right now I'm just here, just breathing, just being, and that's enough. This is surrendering outcomes, and it's perhaps the deepest surrender of all. We've come far on this journey. You've learned about your body's wisdom, explored non-doing, released control, practiced surrender. Now, in this section, we focus on trust, trusting what happens next. Every moment is unknown. Even though you think you know what will happen next, you don't. The next moment is always a mystery, always arising fresh, always new. This unknown quality of life can feel scary. Your mind wants to predict, control, know what's coming, but it can't. The future is truly unknown. Right now, you don't know what the next moment will bring, whether drowsiness will come, whether a thought will arise, whether you'll suddenly feel peaceful or suddenly feel anxious. You don't know. And this is actually beautiful. The unknown means possibility, means things can change, means the next moment might bring exactly what you need. What if you trusted the unknown? Trusted that the next moment will bring what it brings, and you'll be able to meet it. Trusted that you don't need to know what's coming to be okay. This trust in the unknown, this willingness to not know what happens next, this is deep letting go. Because you're releasing the need to predict, to control, to stay ahead of experience. You're saying, I don't know what the next moment brings, and I don't need to know. I trust that whatever comes, I can be with it. I trust the next moment. And in this trust, you can relax. You don't need to stay vigilant. Don't need to stay one step ahead. You can simply be here, present, open to whatever the next moment brings. Night is dark. Sleep is dark. The unknown is dark. And darkness can feel scary. Like something might be lurking there that you can't see. But darkness is also where rest happens, where dreams come, where your body does its deepest healing. Darkness is not the enemy. Darkness is the womb of restoration. Right now, you're in darkness, or near darkness, and this darkness is safe. Nothing is lurking. Nothing is threatening. The darkness is simply the absence of light, neutral, gentle, holding space for rest. Can you trust the darkness? Trust that it's okay to close your eyes into blackness. Trust that the darkness holds you safely. When you were a child, maybe darkness felt scary. Maybe you needed a nightlight. But you're not a child anymore. You can trust darkness now. You can know that darkness is where rest lives. Let yourself sink into the darkness, not fighting it, not needing light, trusting that the darkness is your friend tonight. the darkness that allows your eyes to truly rest, the darkness that signals to your body, it's night, time to sleep. Trust the darkness. Welcome it. Let it hold you. Let it be the space in which you rest. We talked earlier about your body having its own timeline. Now, can you trust that timeline? Your body will fall asleep when it's ready, not when you decide it should, not on your mind's schedule, on its own natural timeline. Maybe that's in 5 minutes, maybe it's in an hour, maybe it's somewhere in between. You don't know, and you don't need to know. You just need to trust that your body knows. Your body is already moving towards sleep. Every moment you lie here quietly, your body is shifting. Temperature is dropping. Melatonin is flowing. Brain waves are slowing. The process is happening. You can't see this process, can't track it, can't speed it up through will, but you can trust it's happening. Trust that your body is doing exactly what it needs to do to prepare for sleep. So stop checking the clock, whether physical or mental. Stop asking, am I asleep yet? Stop monitoring progress. Just trust. Trust the process. Trust your body's timeline. Sleep will come. Not because you're making it come, but because your body knows how to bring sleep when conditions are right. And you're creating those conditions by trusting, relaxing, letting go. You might worry that you're not doing this meditation right. Not relaxing enough, not letting go enough, not trusting enough. Always some way you could be doing better. But here's the truth. Whatever you're doing right now is enough. You're here. You're breathing. You're present. That's enough. You don't need to be perfect at letting go. You don't need to completely release all control. You don't need to trust perfectly. Partial letting go is still letting go. Imperfect trust is still trust. Can you trust that what you're doing is enough? Can you trust that you don't need to do more, try harder, be better at this? You're enough. This moment is enough. What's happening right now, even if it's wakefulness, even if it's restlessness, is enough. You don't need to make it different to be okay. Trust that you're doing enough. Trust that being here is enough. Trust that your body is working with what you're giving it and will rest when it's ready. You can stop trying to do this better. Stop trying to be a better meditator, a better rester, a better sleeper. You're already doing it. Just being here is doing it. And it's enough. Everything changes. Every state is temporary. This is the nature of reality, and you can trust this. Right now, you're awake, and that will change. Wakefulness is not permanent. Sleep will come because everything changes. This too shall pass. If you're feeling anxious, that will change. If you're feeling restless, that will change. If you're feeling anything uncomfortable, it will change. Because everything changes. This isn't wishful thinking. This is the nature of reality. No state lasts forever. Your wakefulness right now is temporary. Sleep is coming because change is inevitable. Can you trust impermanence? Trust that this moment of wakefulness doesn't need to last forever. Trust that change is happening right now, gradually, moment by moment. You don't need to make the change happen. Change is already happening. Every cell in your body is changing. Every thought is arising and dissolving. Every sensation is shifting. Change is the only constant. Trust this. Trust that wakefulness will change into drowsiness, will change into sleep. Trust the flow of impermanence. Trust that nothing stays the same, including your current state. Here's a profound trust, trusting that sleep will come. Not knowing when, not knowing how, but trusting that it will. You've slept before, thousands of times. Your body knows how to sleep, has done it your whole life. There's no reason to think tonight will be different. Yes, sometimes sleep is difficult. Sometimes it takes longer than you'd like. But it always comes eventually. Your body always finds its way to rest. Always. So you can trust this. Trust that at some point, maybe soon, maybe later, you'll cross that threshold from waking into sleeping. It's inevitable. It's certain. Sleep will come. This trust removes urgency. If you know sleep will definitely come, you don't need to rush toward it. You don't need to panic about making it happen. You can relax into the process, knowing the destination is certain. Sleep will come. I don't know exactly when, but I know it will come. My body knows how to get there. I can trust this journey. Feel how this trust relaxes you. How knowing sleep is inevitable allows you to be patient with the process. How certainty about the destination allows you to be present with the journey. Sleep will come. Trust this deeply. Let this trust settle into your body. Let it become a foundation of peace underlying whatever else you're experiencing. Ultimately, all this trust comes down to trusting yourself. Trusting that you can handle whatever comes. Trusting that you're okay. Even if you don't sleep well tonight, you'll be okay. You've handled difficult days before. You're resilient. You're capable. You can trust yourself to get through whatever tomorrow brings. Even if you feel anxious or restless right now, you'll be okay. These feelings are uncomfortable but not dangerous. You can handle them. You can trust yourself to be with whatever you're experiencing. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to control everything. You can trust yourself to handle life as it comes. This self-trust is perhaps the deepest trust of all. Not trusting that everything will go perfectly, but trusting that you're okay either way. Trusting your fundamental resilience and capacity. Right now, can you trust yourself? Trust that you're doing the best you can. Trust that you're okay, right here, right now, exactly as you are. I trust myself. I trust that I can handle what comes. I trust that I'm okay. I trust that I'm enough. Let this trust in yourself be the foundation, the ground beneath everything else. The deep knowing that whatever happens, you'll be okay. All these different kinds of trust, trusting your body, trusting the process, trusting the unknown, trusting yourself, they all point to something larger, a fundamental trust in life itself. Life has been unfolding since you were born, without your conscious control. Your heart has been beating, your lungs breathing, your body growing and healing and functioning. Life has been taking care of itself through you. Can you trust this? Trust the great intelligence of life that's been operating through you your whole existence. Trust that this same intelligence is guiding you toward rest right now. You are not separate from life. You are life, living itself. And life knows how to rest. Life includes the rhythm of activity and rest, waking and sleeping. This rhythm is built into the fabric of existence. So you can trust life. Trust that the same intelligence that grows a tree from a seed, that heals a wound, that orchestrates the complexity of your body, this same intelligence knows how to bring you to rest. You don't need to figure it out. You don't need to make it happen. Life is already doing it, already moving you toward rest, already guiding you home to sleep. Trust this. Trust life. Trust the great unfolding that you're part of. Trust that you're being carried, even now, toward exactly where you need to be. And in this trust, you can finally, fully let go, because you're not alone. You're not responsible for making everything happen. Life is happening through you, and you can trust that. Now, having explored all these dimensions of trust, simply rest in trust. Not thinking about trust, just being it, trusting. Your body knows what to do. Trust that. Sleep will come. Trust that. You're okay right now. Trust that. Life is unfolding perfectly. Trust that. Just rest in this trust. Let it hold you. Let it be the bed beneath the bed, the arms beneath you, the ground of everything. Trust. Simple, complete, total trust. Nothing more is needed. We've explored the mechanics of letting go, the wisdom of your body, the art of surrender. Now we enter something more mysterious, the space where words begin to fade and pure experience remains. There's a point where understanding becomes unnecessary, where knowing gives way to being, where all the concepts we've explored dissolve into direct experience. You don't need to understand how sleep happens. You don't need to know the mechanisms. You don't need to figure anything out. Understanding can actually get in the way. A flower doesn't understand how to bloom. It just blooms. A river doesn't understand how to flow. It just flows. And your body doesn't need to understand how to sleep. It just sleeps. Right now, can you let go of trying to understand? Let go of needing to know how this works. Can you simply be here, in the mystery, without needing to solve it? This is the deepening, moving from your thinking mind into your being, from your understanding into your direct experience, from knowing about rest into being rest. Let understanding fade. Let the concepts dissolve. Let everything you've learned tonight become something you simply are, rather than something you think about. Notice the space between your thoughts, that quiet gap, that moment of stillness before the next thought arises. Most of the time, we focus on the thoughts. We follow them. We believe them. We get caught up in their content. But what about the space between them? That space is always here, always quiet, always still. Your thoughts come and go, but the space remains, always available, always peaceful. Right now, instead of following your thoughts, can you rest in the space between them? Not forcing thoughts away, just noticing when a thought ends, and resting in the quiet before the next one begins. This space is your natural state. Your thoughts are like waves on the ocean. They come and go, but underneath, the ocean remains deep, quiet, still. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness in which thoughts appear. You are the space, not the content. And the space is already at rest. Let yourself sink into this space, this awareness, this stillness that's always here, underneath all the mental activity. This is your true home, and it's already peaceful. Where do you end and the bed begin? Where does your body end and the air begin? These boundaries we take for granted. They're not as solid as they seem. Your body is mostly space. Your atoms are mostly empty. The boundary between you and everything else is permeable, fluid, constantly exchanging. Right now, feel how you're supported. The bed beneath you isn't separate from you. You're resting into it, merging with it. The boundary between your body and the bed softening. Feel the air around you. It's not outside you. You're breathing it in. It's becoming part of you. Then you're breathing it out again. The boundary between you and the air dissolving with each breath. What if you're not a separate self trying to sleep? What if you're simply part of the larger field of rest that's already here? Let the sense of being a separate, isolated self soften. You're not alone in this bed. You're held by gravity, supported by the earth, part of the larger rhythm of night, of rest, of the universe settling into darkness. As boundaries dissolve, effort dissolves too. There's no separate you trying to make sleep happen. There's just the natural process of rest unfolding. You're part of it, not separate from it. This moment, right now, is all there is. The past is memory. The future is imagination. Only this moment is real. Only this moment is alive. And this moment, exactly as it is enough. Even if you're still awake, even if you're thinking, even if you're uncomfortable, this moment is complete, perfect in its imperfection. Can you receive this moment as a gift, not judging it, not wishing it were different, just receiving it exactly as it is? This acceptance, this receiving of the present moment, is the ultimate letting go. You're no longer fighting reality, no longer wishing things were different. You're simply here, present, accepting what is. And in this acceptance, something shifts. The struggle stops. The resistance releases. And in that release, rest becomes possible. You don't need the next moment to be different. You don't need to get somewhere else. You can be completely here, completely now, and that's enough. This moment, this breath, this sensation, this is all there is, and it's enough. You're enough. Everything is enough, right now. There's a mystery at the heart of sleep, the mystery of how consciousness fades, how waking becomes sleeping, how you cross that threshold from one state to another. You can't control this mystery, can't understand it, can't make it happen. You can only surrender to it, allow it, welcome it. Right now, this mystery is approaching. The threshold is near. You can't see it clearly. It's too subtle, too elusive. But you can feel it. The way the edges of awareness are softening. The way consciousness is beginning to blur. Don't try to grasp this. Don't try to watch it happening. The watching itself prevents it. Just let it happen. Let yourself be taken by the mystery. You're approaching the edge of the known, the boundary of the conscious. Beyond this lies sleep, mysterious, unknown, dark. And you're learning to trust that darkness. to welcome it. Let yourself drift toward the edge, toward the mystery. You don't need to know what happens next. You just need to be willing to let go into not knowing. This is the deepening. This is the mystery. This is the sacred threshold you cross each night. And tonight, you're crossing it consciously, willingly, trustingly. As you let go, you become less defined, less solid, less separate. You're dissolving, fading, becoming more and more transparent. This isn't frightening. This is restful. With each release, you become lighter, freer, less burdened by the weight of being a separate self. And as you become less, paradoxically, you become more connected, more part of everything, less like a separate wave, more like the ocean itself. You're losing yourself to find yourself, dying to this day to be born into rest. Letting go of who you thought you were to discover what you really are. This is the mystery. This is the gift. In sleep, you return to your source. You merge back into the undifferentiated wholeness. You come home. Let yourself become nothing. Let all the definitions fall away. Let everything you think you are dissolve. And in becoming nothing, you become everything. You become rest itself, peace itself, the eternal now that has no boundaries, no separation, no struggle. This is where you're going, into the mystery, into the darkness, into the infinite rest. Let yourself go. We've arrived at the final descent, the long, gentle falling into sleep. Everything we've explored tonight has prepared you for this. Now, we simply rest. We let go. We trust. And we allow sleep to come. Let's gather together everything we've learned tonight. Not in your mind, in your body, in your being. Your body knows how to let go. You don't need to teach it. You just need to allow it. Trust your body's wisdom. Non-doing is the way. Not trying to sleep. Not forcing rest. Just being here. Just allowing what wants to happen naturally. Control creates tension. Letting go creates ease. Releasing control, flowing with what is. This is the path to rest. Surrender is rhythmic. Again and again, you notice tension and release. Notice holding and let go. This rhythm continuing as long as needed. Trust is the foundation. Trust your body. Trust the process. Trust that sleep will come. Trust yourself. Trust life. The mystery is approaching. You don't need to understand it. You just need to surrender to it. Let it take you. All of this together, integrated, held, not as ideas but as lived experience. Your body knows all of this now. Your being has absorbed these truths. As we enter this final descent, you have complete permission to let go. Total permission. Absolute permission. Permission to stop listening to these words. Permission to drift away. Permission to lose track of where you are in this meditation. Permission to sleep. Permission to rest. Permission to let everything go. Every thought, every worry, every last bit of holding. Permission to be imperfect. Permission to still have thoughts. Permission to still feel sensations. Permission to be exactly as you are while letting go. Permission to take as long as you need. Permission to rest on your body's timeline, not your mind's. Complete, total, absolute permission. Nothing is required of you anymore. You can completely let go now. With each breath, sinking a little deeper. Each exhale, letting go a little more. Each moment, settling further. Your body is so heavy now, sinking into the mattress like you're sinking into warm sand. Your weight completely supported, nothing to hold up. Let yourself be heavy, heavier than you've ever been. Deeper with each breath, heavier with each moment, more relaxed with each heartbeat. Your body knowing the way, following its ancient path toward rest. Everything is slowing now. Your breath slowing, your heart slowing, your thoughts slowing, everything settling into the deep rhythm of rest. Sinking, settling, slowing, softening. Your awareness is starting to fade, soften, blur at the edges. This is good. This is right. Let it happen. You don't need to hold on to awareness. Don't need to stay alert. Consciousness can fade, and that's perfect. That's sleep arriving. Let your awareness soften like butter in the sun. Let it melt. Let it blur. Let it fade into background. You might hear these words, or you might not. You might be aware, or you might have drifted away. Either way is perfect. Either way is right. Let consciousness release. Let awareness soften. Let everything fade into gentle, peaceful darkness. Fading, softening, dissolving, releasing. You're not separate from rest anymore. You are rest. You're not trying to reach sleep. You are sleep. No separation. Just being. Your body knows this dissolving. Has done it thousands of times. Trusts it completely. Lets it happen without resistance. So soft now, so quiet, so peaceful, almost gone, almost completely dissolved into rest. Everything you've been holding, let it go now. Everything you've been carrying, put it down. Everything you've been controlling, release it. Let go of this meditation. Let go of trying to rest. Let go of wanting sleep. Let go of everything. Complete letting go. Your body knows what to do from here. You can stop now. Stop all effort. Stop all doing. Stop all trying. Just be. Just rest. You're drifting now. Far away. Barely here, almost gone, almost completely asleep. The words are becoming distant, background noise, fading into silence. You're fading too, fading into sleep. So far away now, so deep, so peaceful, so close to complete sleep. Drifting, fading, dissolving, sleeping. Just your breath now, slow, deep, automatic, breathing you into sleep. Each breath deeper into rest, each exhale further into peace, each moment closer to complete sleep. Breathing, resting, sleeping. So peaceful now, so quiet, so still, almost completely asleep, almost. Safe, held, resting, sleeping. Your body knows, trusts, lets go. Sleep, rest, peace. I'll see you soon. May your rest be deep. And your dreams be gentle.